And speaking of how much resellers make, I kind of wanted to watch this video with you guys. This is an older video from Botter Nova. He's breaking down how much he made sneaker botting for 5 months. I've never talked to anybody about how much they're making from reselling. I seen someone actually just DM me a few weeks ago asking how much I make for reselling. I personally just don't say anything. I don't say things like that, but I'm very curious to see what someone like him is making with the amount of resources that he has. So we're gonna watch this video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was uploaded 4 months ago, but we're just gonna watch it together. Let me know if it's higher or lower than what you thought he would be making.
Is Nova, and I'm a sneaker reseller. Join me in my journey where I turn hype sneakers into riches. Welcome to the grand finale of Sneakers to Riches Season 2. Before we get into the episode, I wanted to talk a little bit as to why I decided to start up Season 2 of Sneakers to Riches. The main goal for the series is to see how much money I can actually make if nothing was given to me for free, if I had to pay for absolutely every single expense, using only bots and information that is available to the public that basically anyone can buy or rent out, etc. Although there is a...
You know what? I'm so glad he threw out that disclaimer because I really respect that. I really respect that. The amount of shit that you get as a content creator in the sneaker space is ridiculous for doing the bare minimum. When I tell you, some of these companies will throw out sponsorships like it's nothing. You could upload a video once a year and still be sponsored. There's people that don't even upload videos now and are still sponsored. The bar is so fucking low. One of you guys could create a channel and within a few months you'd have a sponsorship. It's so easy. But I'm glad he actually said that, because when you get proxies for free, you get your bot for free, your server for free, there's pretty much no risk with you botting at all. And it's unrealistic from a normal person's standpoint. Everybody's not going to have an opportunity like that. So yeah, I appreciate him saying that.
A slight exception when it does come to Nike, but I have hinted at what it is many times and it's not really that difficult to get your hands on. So yeah, all of the information, all of the resources, all of the bots that I use can easily be obtained, and as a result I feel like it is a pretty accurate representation of what to expect when it comes to how much money you're gonna make from botting. In the previous episode I did say November was going to be the last month, so in December we are not going to be making any renewals, so therefore my expenses will not get affected. All we're doing for this episode is basically seeing what comes in the mail and trying to sell as much as possible to see overall my performance over the course of the series, which is going to be a botting period of June 2022 through November 2022, and then I'm going to give myself until around the middle of December to be able to sell anything left over. Today is December the 5th. Here are a few updates. Sold some items on eBay and made a big sale for the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds to my bulk buyer. Gave him a nice discount. I could have definitely sold these for way higher, but the goal is to sell everything by around the 14th or 15th. So that's why I'm kind of just trying to let them go quickly. Guys, we got the Nike CPFM collaboration that came in. This is freaking crazy. I wish it was a little bit more soft. It feels a little bit coarse. It does come with 2 extra laces. It comes with these. I guess you put the swooshes on after you trim the hair. And it also comes with a dust bag. So super interesting sneaker. But
you know, these actually grew on me a lot. These Cactus Plant Flea Market, I don't even know what they're called, the furry shoes. When they trimmed them and someone put in like some swooshes, they added in like the Christmas ornaments. That shit was so hard, bro. That shit was so hard.
The wearability on this has got to be at a negative score for sure. It is December 20th, and these are the other sales that I made throughout the month. Now it's time to recap the results. So this is spanning a 5-month period. Here are all the sales that I made.
Okay. Damn. Damn. Damn, this shit's still going? Yo, that is a lot of fucking shoes. That is a lot of shoes to sell within a month. He said a month, right? Holy. I guess some of these are pretty easy movers. I would say the foam runners and the slides are super easy to move. This pair of Jordan 1 lows, that pair of Jordan 1 lows, lost and founds, easy. Same with the cherries, a Mamaneer. Yeah, he got some pretty easy movers, but I will say some of the ones at the bottom, like these Air Force Ones, this Air Max, yeah, those are pretty hard moves. So let's see what his actual breakdown is in 3 PS5s. Okay, that's cool.
As a result of these sales, my total profit is $9,601.14. Now, it seems like a small amount of profit for the amount of sales, but this is after all of the bot expenses such as proxies, servers, groups, subscriptions, and this is also after all of the selling fees. But that is not the end of the story. I still have leftover inventory, and this is what I still have in hand.
Wait, hold on. Let's just rewind.
Now, it seems like a
$9,000, $9,600. He said it seems small, but honestly, that's a lot of fucking money. I can understand what he's saying though, like for the amount of sales, that was a lot of shoes. Like if we go back to it, he sold way over, I would say probably like 250 for product. But yeah, $9,000, that's a good fucking month. That's a great month. Some people don't make that even from like a real 9 to 5. So no, that's fucking good. Okay. All right, yeah, let's keep hearing him out. That's good. Oh, wow. And this is all the inventory he has left. Yo, that's crazy. I'm assuming he's not counting the inventory that he had before the challenge. It's just strictly everything he's bought within that time frame. But I'm very surprised to see how much he has left. That's basically nothing. Novas with Polar Chef. Yeah, I did see that. He made a switch. I don't know why though. I like the brown pair of those. I don't know if they dropped. I don't think so. I think it's only the green ones that I've seen. November is a big month. Yeah, November was a fucking huge month. Huge.
Now, there's a couple of ways you can interpret what happened during Sneakers to Riches Season 2. The first way is the following. We will subtract the cost of the remaining inventory from the profit figure that I mentioned earlier. So after all is said and done, this is the amount of cash that I have on hand, but the remaining inventory value is about $3,835. So somebody can interpret this as me having $7,416.30 in cash plus $3,835 worth of inventory to give me a total of $11,251 in value. Another way to interpret this, which I think is a better interpretation, is if you give me maybe 1 to 3 more months to sell the remaining inventory. It shouldn't take that long, but I'm just being conservative. How much would I make in total? I gave a conservative estimate for how much profit I should make for each item in my inventory. These estimated profits is what I believe to be the minimum amount that I can get out of selling these. And if we add it all up, my total profit after everything is said and done should be $11,313.14. Let's just estimate it to $11,300. But these are just 2 different ways of interpreting my personal bot results throughout the course of 5 months. What do I think about these figures? I think they're pretty decent. However, it's not perfect. I did make some critical mistakes, which this number could have easily been a few more $1,000. So let's go over those right now. Okay. So the first top mistake is
I do want to say about this figure though, 11,000 is really good. I don't know what he started, how much money he started with, like how much he had to actually invest. You know, he wouldn't disclose that, I'm sure. Botting over 5 months. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. This is over a 5-month span. I thought this was for a month. Oh, shit. Okay. So let's just say, wow. In terms of profit, let's just take this number divided by 5 months. So he actually only made a little under $2,000 per month. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's actually way lower than I thought. I thought he was making $9,000 per month, which would have been totally different. That would have been $48,000. Oh wow. Okay. No, this is a lot more realistic. That's a lot more realistic. This is something that I would think most people would expect. Well, not most people, but if you have like some experience in botting, of course, if you pick up a bot and you try to do this in 5 months, most likely that's not going to happen. This man has tons of experience, years and years of experience. So definitely don't expect these numbers. Now, okay, now I'm understanding. Damn, that's actually a lot lower than I thought. Fuck.
So the first top mistake is not running multiple addresses during the Yeezy Bone Foam Runner release. During the crazy era of Yeezy supply, it would be very common to spend hundreds of dollars on a single release. And that's exactly what I did. It's a pretty much high risk, high reward approach where if you miss, all of that money just goes to waste basically. And that happened for, I believe, that instance and maybe a few other instances where they enforce some sort of address limit. Usually I wouldn't have an issue getting around address limits. It's just that they usually don't, so I'm usually just super lazy about it and just send everything to one address just to make it easier for myself. But that wasn't the move, I suppose, for some of those Yeezy releases. Mistake.
I will say that was a very common mistake back in the day. If you ran for e-supply, you know, like spending hundreds of dollars, people were spending $500 on their setup to hit like, let's say 8 pairs of foam runners. Selling 8 pair of foam runners, you're probably making maybe above like $100 profit after your expenses. You weren't making a lot of money because people put so much money into their setup and it flopped. And exactly like what he said is they implemented an address limit and he couldn't hit. At that point, you're unable to adjust because you got to switch all your profiles. You got to restart your task, which means you might not get to the splash page. It just is a lot of things that could go wrong. And those drops for the foam runners, they could last like 15 minutes. So there's no time to adjust. You kind of have to prepare for things like that in advance, just like a worst case scenario. And I did that a lot of the times. Like I had at least like 4 or 5 addresses on go for those releases, although they were going to different locations and it made it harder for me to resell. Like I got to go pick up the shoes. Somebody got to send them out. Just having that security is a lot better. And I do the same thing with Nike as well. So yeah, make sure that you have like all your ducks in a row. You shouldn't be scrambling during the release. You know, there's thousands of people going for these shoes, so you really need to be on your shit. Rip Trickle, man, fuck Trickle, man. They ruined these supply. I swear they did.
Number 2 is not taking the Ama Manera airship release seriously. Honestly, I came into this like a little bit underprepared. I was kind of just like, if I get one, I get one. But honestly, this drop was super easy. I could have gotten so many of these, and resale price for them is quite amazing. Mistake number 3, not sure if you can really call this a mistake. It's more like just a part of botting, I suppose, is my Jordan 1 Travis Scott's or return to sender.
Unfortunately, once an order has been returned back to us, we automatically process a refund. There's no way we can cancel the return, and then there's no way we can resend that order out to you unless you replace the order for it. They don't typically restock items that they get sent back. I know it goes to one of the projects that we have, which is shredding the shoes and turning them into the material for the playground. So that's probably what will happen to it.
Nike, what they
No, she has to be trolling. Shredding the shoes? Why would you ever do that? What's the point of that? Using it for the playground. I've actually never heard of that. That's crazy. Also, the return to sender thing, that's kind of, well, it's not common, but if you have your addresses messed up, that shit will happen. Make sure that you don't jig too hard. Like, don't be trying to, it shouldn't be hard for the person delivering your shoes to find out where you're living. Like, some people put like, I live in a brick, they'll put like 123 Fake Street, brick house around the corner, but behind the door. Like, what the fuck does that mean, nigga? Come on, stop
Sometimes
it.
is on the shipping label, they would omit either line 1 or line 2 of the address. For example, if on the checkout form you put building number 123 Adams Street and then apartment number X1, on the shipping label, sometimes it will only say apartment X1. And as a result, those basically just get returned to sender if it's through UPS. And there's nothing you can do about that. And then the last mistake came from the previous episode, which is failing stupid hard on the Jordan 4 Amamangir release. Stupid. There was no excuse. No excuse for that one. But there you have it. Those are the results for Sneakers to Riches Season 2. You're probably wondering how I'm doing during the month of December. If I kept this series ongoing for one more month, definitely this number would be stupid high because my results so far has been excellent. I copped a bunch of lobster dunks in the special box. I copped 8 Jordan 1 Travis Scotts. Like, what the my success has been honestly pretty good. But I do want to give a special shout out to the following companies for making this all possible. The first one is Mustafa.
All right, yep, we're done. Hey man, listen, okay, so good video by Bada Nova. I think he makes some really great videos. I think that's a really realistic version of what sneaker botting looks like. A lot of people make a lot less with more resources. There's only so much you could do. Like, botting is just so volatile. Like, you might hit 5 pairs on this one release, you might hit none on this next release. Mistakes happen. Just like I said with the address thing, for so long, Yeezy Supply wasn't implementing that. They didn't give a fuck about what address it was sent to. But then they implemented, like, once you hit 2 or 3 pairs, you got to use a different address. That's something that you can't really prepare for. Always keep high hopes, always prepare for the worst. And, you know, that's all it's got to be. Good shit by Bada Nova. He actually made a lot less than I thought he did.